Nature and art appear to have a tight link. Nature has been a recurring motif in the works of many notable painters. Nature has proven to be one of man's most valued inspirations. It gives painters with unlimited inspiration, allowing them to bring nature to life in their works. Many well-known artists, including Van Gogh and Monet, celebrated nature in their works. Nature is celebrated in art for its magnificent and gorgeous representation on paint. It is admired for its complexity and beauty. Welcome again to our channel, where we have another intriguing video for you. Today, we'll look at 10 masterworks of nature's stunning artistry that you have to see to believe. Before we begin, like we always do, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to ensure you do not miss any of our amazing updates. Do you enjoy art? Do you like to display artworks in your home? There cannot be anyone who does not appreciate article. It is a mental relaxation not only for the artist but also for the person who see the article. Everyone has different tastes and interests when it comes to article. And, of course, most of us, practically every species, including humans, adore nature, even if we damage it. Some philosophers, including Aristotle, praise the ability of art to mimic nature. It is a real representation of the artist in a spirit. Aristotle once said, "Art not only imitates nature, but it also completes its deficiencies." This might be regarded as art not only replicating the natural environment, but also providing fresh perspectives on it. In other words, art fills the void left by nature's inability to communicate. Here's some examples of beautiful artwork that can captivate the soul and convey a sense of deeper thoughts and perspectives. Nature provides an infinite number of ideas. It is seen as a means of appreciating nature and highlighting the complicated human connection to nature. Nature has always been associated with human qualities and moved by painters and poets. Previously, artists used art to bring out the spirituality in nature. They imbued every scene, flower, and bug with a divine quality, which was mostly achieved by the use of light and shade. Art was also a means of exploring the natural environment. It highlighted the beauty and significance of nature. Many painters depict nature as authentically as possible, which has resulted in the birth of several art groups. Nature is portrayed in every art form, from photorealism to abstraction. Tonalism, naturalism, plein air, Danube school, and ecological art were all inspired by nature and the natural world. Landscape paintings are often known as nature paintings since they reflect natural landscapes in article. Artists have been captivated by nature's beauty and have attempted to depict it in all its splendor via magnificent landscape paintings. Traditionally, landscape art represents the Earth's surface, although other types of landscapes, such as moonscapes, skyscapes, and seascapes, are also often featured in article. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Here are the 10 paintings we'll be seeing today. No. 1 Georgia O'Keeffe Waterfall. No. 1 Oro Valley, Maui, 1939. Oil on canvas. Georgia O'Keeffe is most known for her abstracted paintings of the American desert. But few people realize she spent many months in Maui, one of Hawaii's lush islands. She was there on assignment for a pineapple firm, but spent much of her time painting the lovely scenery. The above artwork is an homage to a region mostly undisturbed by human activity or contamination. Viewing the purity of the environment is a religious experience for anybody who has the opportunity to visit Hawaii. Images like this serve as a constant reminder of the need of preserving the natural world. No. 2 Ana Mendieta Earth Body. Ana Mendieta was a photographer and performance artist who focused on her spiritual and physical relationship with the environment. In Earth Body, she documents herself as a sculptural form merged into nature, bridging the gap between performance art, sculpture, and land article. No. 3 Walter Maria Lightning Field. 1977, the lightning field is a completely one-of-a-kind art installation comprised of 400 metal rods spaced apart in the midst of an empty field in New Mexico. Because these metal rods are the tallest things for miles around, they attract lightning quite frequently. Visitors are invited to spend the night in a cabin and then wait for lightning to strike. The artwork, which lives and breathes outside, cannot be contained by gallery walls. It portrays nature's force and unpredictability. No. 04 Robert Smithson Spiral Jetty. 1970, Robert Smithson is well known for being one of the first to experiment with land art or earthworks. In Spiral Jetty, he built a massive swirl of mud, rocks, and salt crystals jutting into Utah's Great Salt Lake. Depending on precipitation and tide, the earthwork vanishes and reappears. The jetty is more apparent during a drought, while typical precipitation keeps it underwater, and each time it returns, it is slightly different. It represents the Earth's fleeting and changeable nature. 905 Frank Lloyd Wright Falling Water. 1935, Frank Lloyd Wright's work reflected a deep love for nature, and he felt that human structures and architecture should interact with and benefit the area around them. His trailblazing ideas have motivated architects and artists to follow in his footsteps in preserving the environment while incorporating it into article. If nature is manifest there, he once stated, a building should appear to grow easily from its site and be shaped to harmonize with its surroundings. 06 Claude Monet Water Lilies. 1919, Monet's Water Lilies, a lovely dance of light, water, and shadow, is one of the most iconic nature painting series. A collection of approximately 250 oil paintings depicting the Impressionist artist's flower garden in Giverny, France. During the last 30 years of his life, they were the primary focus of his work. What inspires me the most about them is how different one painting in the series is from the next. Nature is so transitory, continually shifting and altering, colors and lighting flowing in ways that can never entirely be represented but yet play with the mind. 1907 Georgia O'Keeffe Red Hills and White Flower. Two more well-known are Georgia O'Keeffe's works, which were inspired by her stay in New Mexico, where she was surrounded by a harsh yet magnificent desert terrain. O'Keeffe was so bored of city life that she went to New Mexico permanently in 1949, where she could view vistas like this every day. 908 Paul Cézanne Mont Saint-Victoire. Oil on Canvas. 1895, Paul Cézanne painted at Aix-en-Provence, France, in his final years, inspired by the lovely scenery above. Cézanne aimed to represent human shapes and structures as a natural extension of the environment, merging in almost seamlessly with the side of the hills, with the intrinsic character of the landscape providing light and color. Humans are only tourists on this lovely planet. 09 Henry Rousseau Tiger in a Tropical Storm Surprised. 1891. Oil on Canvas. What a beautiful nature painting. Henri Rousseau, a French painter, initially earned notoriety for this rather naive but exquisite picture of a tiger trapped in a storm. Rousseau became well known for his tropical paintings, which gave the impression that he spent a significant amount of time traveling faraway regions and exotic jungles. It turns out that the artist had never left France and rose to renown by being inspired by the nearby gardens, botanical texts, and other people's experiences. It just goes to show how a small piece of nature can spark your imagination and inspire an entire body of work. 10 Van Gogh Irises Oil on Canvas. 1889. Van Gogh is one of the most well-known modern artists. He wasn't famous at the time, but he was far ahead of his time. On his canvases, he gave simple things like flowers a life of their own, with irises in particular being a striking painting of life and air. In this piece, you can almost feel the flowers breathing. It's one of the world's greatest nature paintings. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you do like the video, please share this with your friends and family. Have a nice day. See you in another video.